In this video, I'm going to show you 3 techniques that are going to help you boost your guitar speed in the next 7 days. No matter what your level, these techniques are easy to learn, they are effective, and it's going to make guitar playing feel simpler and much more fun. If you've tried to play guitar a little bit faster, but you're getting the feeling that your hand is getting stuck, or you're having trouble switching positions, or maybe your fingers are landing but they're not landing accurately, the techniques you're about to learn are going to solve your problem. I've created a PDF study guide with all the fingerings to the exercises that I'm going to give you, so why don't you go ahead and download that? There's a link below the video. When I was in college learning how to play jazz, I had the good fortune of studying with the great jazz pianist, Mike Longo. He was a world-class jazz pianist who became very well known because he played with Dizzy Gillespie's quintet for about 10 years. As Mike's student, I became interested in how he developed his technique. Turns out that Mike was a piano student of the great pianist, Oscar Peterson. And so he told me a little bit about how Oscar trained him. Oscar had Mike doing technical exercises such as scales, arpeggios, and also exercises by Hannon and Czerny. But the important aspect of doing these exercises was that each note sparkled. And what Mike tried to emphasize to me was, if you want to be able to play fast, you have to develop a certain kind of touch. So if we were to visualize a fast passage of music, it would look like a lot of notes crammed into a short amount of time. Now, if we were to retain all the qualities of those notes, meaning the duration, the volume, everything, and spread them out over a longer period of time, we would see that they have a very quick release because they don't last very long. So this kind of touch is called staccato, where we make the notes very short. That has an extreme technical benefit because what happens is you're not using strength and pushing down and getting that feeling of stuckness. You're actually training your hand to let go and relax. So playing fast is a lot of relaxing in between notes. The first mistake that guitar players make when they try this is they usually allow their left-hand fingers to fly very far away when they stop the note. See? See that? That's wrong. What we want to do is we want to just stop the pressure, but keep the finger almost touching the string. So if you look at the left-hand camera, you see I'm stopping the note by simply stopping the pressure on the fingers. So I'm making the note as short as possible. We're learning how to relax in between each note, and that's going to alleviate the feeling of stuckness. Technique number 2, playing with a good tone. Tone is very subjective, but I believe that it starts with your touch and your personal aesthetic of how a string should sound when it's plucked. We don't want it to be too scrapey, we don't want it to be too thumpy, and we don't want it to be weak. Let me give you a couple examples. So when I try to play with a good tone, I use the flesh of my thumb. I'm getting punch, the note is solid, it's not scrapey, it's not weird. Now, I'm going to take a pick and do an example of a weak tone. See how quiet and transparent and unsatisfying that is? That would be a weak tone. Then if I go, I'm playing strong, but the note is slapping out and I hear the scrape of the pick. So that's not really a nice tone. So you've got to use your fingers or your pick and experiment with how to get a nice sound out of the guitar. So one mistake you want to avoid is practicing anything with a bad tone. You want to always be happy with the sound that you're getting out of the strings, and that's going to help ground the rhythm even better. Technique number 3, grab your guitar and let's practice. First thing I kind of want to debunk is finger exercises like 1, 2, 3, 4s or these spider chords. Frankly, that sounds really ugly to me. It's uninspiring, and it's something that I was never able to stick with. What I recommend for you is the good old major scale. You can do this all in one position without having to stretch your fingers side to side on the left hand. 2, you're going to be filling your eyes and ears with something of extreme musical value. And 3, if you're a blues player, this is going to gently introduce you to some other things that you can play with your left hand and expand your horizons. Okay, let's get started. Grab your guitar, put your first finger at the 2nd fret, second finger at the 3rd fret, until the 5th fret with your pinky. That's called second position. We're going to do 1 finger per fret. And what I want you to do now is watch and listen how I practice this. The kind of timing, touch, and tone that I'm doing it with, and that's how you're going to do it. Okay, here we go. A 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a... Notice how my fingers are not flying away. And I'm doing a very quick release on the notes. Ba-ding, ding. Almost seems too easy, right? Chick-a-bump, 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 chick-a-bump. No need to do it with a metronome. Just do it with your inner heartbeat. Okay, I know that seems way too easy. I get it. But this is like going to the gym now. If you went to the gym one time and tried to lift weights, you would see 0 result the next day. It's only after going repeatedly that you see a result. Now me, I've been going to the gym for the last 6 months. I'm not seeing that much of a result. Let's not go there. Okay, 3 more. But I went there. The point is, you'll need to stick with this for about a month until you start to sense that it's becoming easier for you to move your left hand around. Play this G scale 3 to 5 minutes, and then we're going to start moving it up and down the neck. The next scale you play should either be 5 frets up or 7 frets down. And by doing that, you will be in the circle of fifths. So if we just played a G scale, and we end on the 3rd fret, 3 plus 5 is the 8th fret. And then that's going to put us in the key of C. Then you play a C scale. Nice and slow. Okay? After you do that one, you're at the 8th fret. You can either go 5 frets up or 7 frets down. The next scale is going to be F. There's a PDF here with the scale fingerings. Go ahead and download that. You will enjoy it. Be sure to click here for another totally awesome guitar lesson. All right.